Working, going live, going live. Come on, you can do it. I am live. Yay, we made it. Let's see what pretty pink. Yeah, whatever. So I'm pink today. I'll be pink. Didn't set this damn thing up right. Ugh. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Dun, 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 jump, jump, jump. Update. Dunk, 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 dunk. View page. Dunk, dunk. Hey guys, everybody logging in. Let me know if you can hear me. I forgot to do one part of the process here this morning, and so I'm going to end up looking kind of funny. Streaming. All right, so I got the. So 1 o'clock? Okay, I'm a few minutes early. Daisy Bell and something today. So I don't need to have that one open. That is all done. That is my nemesis. Burke, you're the first one in. How exciting. Burke, can you hear me? I'm going to make sure that I am hearable. Hey, Sandy. Sounds great. Oh, good. All right, good. All right. Thanks, Sandy. You got that microphone, that microphone. There we go. Now we sit and have this awkward silence for 5 or 6 minutes. Lenny, in from beautiful downtown Greeley, Colorado. Hey, Lynn, how are you? Jana, you keep coming back, Jana. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. It's all good. All good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I haven't finished. Here's something exciting that happened. Back in the day when I went to Starbucks, we marked cups with this, right? This little system. And then, I don't know, 2009, somewhere in there, they brought in these sticker machines, and we hated the sticker machine. We hated it because it was always broken and it was slow and it never caught, and it was just so much faster to mark cups. Well, of course, over time, corporate America being what it is, they said, no, you will use the stickers and you will stop marking cups. And so we did. And ever since then, I've been getting the cup with the sticker on it. Well, today, for some reason, they didn't use a sticker machine. I'm hoping it was broken. And I actually got a marked cup, and it's actually marked correctly. So it's very, very exciting today. That's where I'm working at. Let's see. Phyllis, logging in. Good to see you again, Phyllis. Glad you're here. Manette logging in from beautiful downtown Glenwood Springs. Jealous. I've been thinking, gosh, I really want to go up at the mountains lately. But the problem is because there's no place you can really go anymore. There's where you're allowed to go. There's just a gajillion people everywhere. And so, so probably this weekend I'll be spending time, I don't know, on my couch again. Renee logging in. Hey, Renee, how are you today? Gail making it back. Red. That is exciting. What is it? Oh, the cup marking. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. This is the stuff that we are going on today for excitement. Yeah, the Starbucks, you almost see it from here, is a drive-through, right? So they closed the whole thing down, and I guess now they're starting to open it back up, but it has a drive-through. So I've been going through the drive-through, and John, who greets me there every day, is a super nice kid, and he and I are buds. We're tight. And today he had a green mask on and his sunglasses on because of the way the light hits them. So he looked like a big giant grasshopper. So there we go. Let's see. Who else was sneaking in there? Terry. Oh, thanks, Manette. Yeah, I'm going to come stay at your place. Terry, welcome. Glad you're here today. People are slowly finding their way in. I got logged in on time for once, so everybody else like, what is he doing here already? Hey, Christine, all the way from Bozeman. Yeah, guys, as you log in, let us know where you're from, right? And say, hey, it's Christine from Bozeman or Lanny from Greeley or whatever. Let people know we are so international. We have had people in from Sydney, Australia once in a while, and we've had several from Germany, plenty from Canada. Anytime wear your mask. I know, right? You can come to my house, but don't touch anything. Don't breathe. Wear a suit. Not a suit, the suit, right? Ugh, what a weird thing. Who knows when this is going to end, too? They were talking to, oh, what's his name? Basketball player. Young guy. Cool. Totally blanking on his name. They were talking to him today, and he's like, yeah, I'm ready to go back to play basketball, but I don't want to die for it. None of the rest of us do either. So he says they don't have a vaccine. We're not sure what we're going to do. Steph Curry, that's who he was talking to today. And yeah, so it's kind of, yeah, I don't know if we're going to see that again this year because, those guys are worth a whole lot of money. Like I go down, Steph Curry goes down, that's a $400 million guy. He's way more important than I am. All right, I'm all wiggling around here trying to get figured out where I want to be today. I'm going to try a new thing here. I'm going to try not having this on the floor. Yesterday it was a nightmare. So we're going to see if my foot pedal will be better as a hand pedal. How about that? Let's see. Gary came in today. Gary, good to see you. Phyllis, yep, Phyllis up in Canada. So exciting. Love that. Upper Pendition, Yooper land. Is that what they call it up there? Yooper? She's in this part, this part. She's in that little thing right up there. Let's see. So Pauline logs in from the Bay Area. Lovely. Let's see. Does that mean Oakland when you say the Bay Area? You probably does. Probably if you're in San Francisco, like if you're downtown on the wharf, you probably say you're in San Francisco. But if you're from Oakland, you say you're from the Bay Area. That's my assumption. I don't know. Let's see. Beautiful day. Window open. Maybe we'll entertain my neighbors here in Deer Creek. Yeah, right. We have a guy that plays the trumpet in my neighborhood at Howl at the Moon time at 8 o'clock. And everybody's like, Gary, you should bring your ukulele and play it. And I'm like, I can take the very loudest amplifier and it's still too quiet. So I have one amplifier. It's actually in the workshop that is so stinking loud. I actually might be able to be heard on that thing. Let's see. Brandon's in the Bay Area too. Oh my goodness. We have quite a few Bay Area people who have been coming around over the last few weeks. And you guys are going to take over San Francisco, take over Northern California and turn it into a plinkety plink state. Carol, Nathrop, Colorado. Do I know where Nathrop? Carol, do I know where Nathrop is? Shoot, it's not coming up to my head. Is that out east? Give me a hint give me a hint, Carol. I can't remember. Elizabeth, I bet SC can't play. Right, Elizabeth? Who knows? Lindy, where you been? What the heck, man? You're not allowed to skip all those days in a row. You get an F for attendance. Fran, something is going to give us a little bit of a workout today. So just be ready. We'll be fine. We can do it. Let's see. Patty and Tom are back. Yay. Okay, you guys are here. Kathy in again. Poor Kathy. I keep trying to run her off, but she keeps coming back. Glad you're here, Kathy. Leslie, Harrison, Virginia. Yeah, guys, keep let your networks know. You can even, go grab one of these. I think you can download these videos and, if I ever say anything that's actually not stupid, download it, chop it up, put it on your Facebook page. Let people know what you're up to. Not because we're trying to advertise me, but what we want to do and is to get this idea out there that there is another way to play ukulele. What am I trying to think? The ukulele video going around right now. There's a teacher and she says, I am having to learn to teach online and I wrote a song about it. And she goes, clink a clink, clink a clink, clink a clink, clink a clink, and then screams in the microphone. Probably most of you have seen that little video. It's been going around. I've gotten it, 20 times in my email box. The funny part about that is that she starts off like every single ukulele video with this cute little girl getting ready to sing you a little song, and then screams, right? And so that's why it's so funny, is you're expecting this usual ukulele presentation, and that's what we're doing is a little bit different. So be brave, make a video of yourself, play Spaghetti Monster, play something that's really easy, and put it up on your Facebook page or your Instagram page. Let people know there's another way. There's another way, and it's the better way. So, yeah, share this stuff, guys. Let people know what you're up to. What you're doing is super hard, and you don't have to be good at it. You just have to, share with other people that you're taking what is a great idea, ukulele, chords, a little bit of singing, and you're taking that idea and then just putting a turbocharger on it and turning it into a much more much more interesting way to play. Let's see, who else snuck in here? Chris, welcome in. Violet, we were talking about you yesterday about being up in Chicago. I hope you're dealing with all that rain and all those broken dams and all this stuff. Hope you're staying safe. That's crazy. I think, hopefully, Sandy, hopefully you guys are far enough north where maybe you're not having to deal with that same stuff. Boy, the news stories look terrible. Bruce, are you still in Lincoln or out in Nebraska? Let's see, Lynn. Let's see, 8 miles south of Buena. Okay, 8 miles south of Mountain. Okay, that's where Nathrop is, out by Buena Vista. Those of you guys who aren't from Colorado, Buena Vista is sort of this place you go that used to be this kind of crummy, rundown little town. And then over the last decade, it's just turned into this really cute place to go. You go and you drive from Denver, you drive to Buena Vista, and you go to the bathroom. We always went to the gas station there, but now there's actually a lovely little town there. And then now you can go to a couple of fancy coffee shops they have in town, and they have real restaurants that actually have good food in them, and then you use that as your base to go up into the mountains and go see stuff. The other thing you should know, this is for those of you who don't live in Colorado. In Colorado, they pronounce Buena Vista Buena Vista, and they have this big complicated story about why they pronounce it Buena Vista, and it's wrong, but they have a reason that they claim that is why you pronounce it Buena Vista. So it's I always call it Buena Vista. It makes them mad. That probably doesn't make them that mad anymore. We got enough people living up there from other parts of the country. Let's see. Lindy says, she went out to Grand Junction. What the heck are you doing out there? For her 85th birthday. Wonderful. Didn't even stop at a rest area. I know, right? You can't stop at a rest area anymore, Sandy. Oh, you guys haven't had rain up there yet, Sandy. Okay, good. Well, I guess that's good. Keep freezing. You keep freezing, and I'm in this weather. I'm freezing. Well, things look pretty good on my end, Linda. It's got to be your fault, Linda. I think that's sort of just standard. We just assume it's your fault. Let's see. And then there's our other Bozite, right? Vicky O is in Bozite. And if you've seen, there's an episode of Big Bang Theory where he calls them Bozites. Let's see. Yes, I'm safe. It's spring when I guess. It's just spring in Chicago, and the whole place washes away. That's called springtime in Chicago. Let's see. Buena Vista, right? Come on, Linda. Hang in there. Let's see. What about Pueblo? Oh yeah, Linda's in Pueblo. Of course, the word is Pueblo, but my mother, and I think everybody who grew up in Colorado in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s calls it Pueblo, and I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. You look at that word on paper, and there's no way you can get Pueblo out of that, but that's what it was. All right, so we're all caught up on how we mispronounce words in Colorado. One of the things you'll note today, I am very pink. Prior to logging in every single day, I have the software to run the camera, and I have to go to this Logitech. By the way, I'm going to go to the Logitech headquarters and just strangle somebody. You have to start your computer, Then you have to start the webcam. You have to turn off all the automatic functions, like, it has this autofocus that will make me blurry and not blurry on a regular basis throughout this, even though I don't move anywhere. And I have to fix the white balance, because if I don't fix the white balance, I look pink. And so I always do that. Then you close the software down, and then you open up YouTube. Well, I forgot that step today. So I will be pink today. Okay. There we go. If you work for Logitech, will you call and tell them to fix that? I shouldn't have to do that. That's silly. All right. So what we want to do is play Daisy Bell. And that is right here. Guys, if you are newer to this and you're just walking in and you're thinking, yep, I got Daisy Bell down, I know what I'm doing now, that's a big deal, because nothing really, frankly, everything that we do is just a little bit more complicated rhythmically. But in terms of just being able to play, if you've hung in up through Daisy Bell, you're done. You now know how to play ukulele at this really great level and this really cool way. And I want, if I could come and put a little pin, pin you with a little ribbon and says, I did it. When you get to this level, this is real music. This is some serious stuff, and hopefully this is making some sense to you. And so we're going to run through this. The biggest challenge with Daisy Bell is counting it correctly. We're used to hearing this thing as Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. But that's not how it was written originally, and it's not how it's on your paper. What you have on your paper is Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So when you're here locally and you come to my class, this is when we talk about how to count music. And so you've noticed when we are playing, you may have noticed, you may not have noticed, you may have been just like in a desperate panic to keep up or whatever. But one of the things I do in my own head as a professional musician, as a guy who's been playing ukulele a really long time, when I get to a whole note or a half note or a dotted half note, in my brain, I instantly start counting, because I am going to come in early if I don't do that. And you will too, especially with tablature, you will come in too early. Our tendency in tab is to hit that first 3, and now we know we're done with that note, so we jump in to hit the 0, right? And then we know we're done with that, and we grab that 1 and we grab the 0. Well, we're going faster and faster and faster. And the way to prevent that is to count to yourself out loud. Couple of thoughts on this. If you're in elementary school, we teach you to tap your foot. Tap, 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 tap when you're in a band, so that you can help keep the time and you don't come in early. But as a grown-up, we don't really want you to do that. We really don't want you tapping your feet. What we want you to do is feel it inside your soul. And so one of the ways to do that is to count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I will tell you, years ago, I was working with one of the great trumpet players maybe ever. Walter Barr lived in my apartment building. Great guy, great trumpeter, been playing for his whole life. And he and I were part of this Harmony Chorale concert, and he had, I think it was 24 bars of rest. And I remember looking over at him, and I'm doing my thing. I look over, and he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if he's been playing trumpet for 50 or 60 years and he's counting his long notes, then you should be doing that too. Okay, so I thought that was super important for me as a musician to learn it. Yeah, no, you really do count those. You really do. And so when I get to these long notes on here, you're going to hear me counting out loud, and you should probably get in that habit as well. All right. Hey, Susan. You actually hear my voice as I can. Okay, good. So we'll practice that on this song here. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about the chords. F chord. Hopefully this one's part of who you are at this point. Index finger on 2, middle finger on 4. Okay. Okay. Next chord is a B flat. Remember, you don't hate it anymore. It just is what it is. We'd love for you. Who's we? I'm me. I'm we. I like for you to do a full bar and then put the A shape in front of it. Here's your A, slide it up, add your bar. That's what I like for you to do. However, most ukulele players do a partial bar, just cover 2 strings in the middle and ring there. That's how most people do their B flats. Either one is 100% acceptable. This one you will find down the road is much more useful than this one. Okay, but either of those are okay. In the beginning, your B flat will sound like. Let me see if I can do it your way. Okay, that's what it's going to sound like. You need to accept the fact that that's what it's going to sound like for a little while. One day you'll get this little muscle here will get super strong and it'll just be there. But until then, let your B flat sound terrible and move on. Don't scour the internet looking for the discussion pages about how to avoid a B flat. It makes you dumber reading that stuff. So don't waste your time on it. You'll learn it. You'll learn how to do it. We all had to fight it and we will all get it together. Let's see. Hey, Barbara. All right, so there's your B flat, and go back to an F. C7 at measure 9. That's one of the easy chords, right? We put our just index finger on the first fret, first string. And notice that when we sing instrument, we're going to play this chord, but when we do the tough uke, we're actually going to do that chord. Okay, that's one of those things you start to get where you're like, I don't know why the heck we even waste our time with chords when it says to do one and I have to do the other. When you have to do the other, that means you're starting to move up in the food chain. That means when you see this B flat, but on the tough uke it says this B flat, and you actually know what that is, that's when you know you're starting to get into more and more difficult and more complex music, playing at a higher level. Measure 12, you have a D minor. Index finger here, middle finger looks like an F, starts off as an F, and then just add your ring finger there. That's your D minor. The nice part about this song, and a lot of songs actually, when you get to a D minor, it is not uncommon that G7 is going to follow right after it. It's just a cool sounding chord progression. A lot of composers use it. Hanging out on D minor, just move those 2 down, you get your G7. Okay, piece of cake. And then what else we got in here? Is that it? I think that might be it. So those are your chords. Lanny said it took him 2 years to get his B flat down. Okay. That's not true, Lanny. But it does take it's hard. It takes a little while. Okay. Let's see. Linda number 3. Linda number 3 is in the house. Sonoma, California. Okay. When you're from California, you can show up whenever, right? That they have a different time element up there. Let's sing it. Okay. Prior to me singing, if you are wandering the internet and you happen upon this video, please know I can't sing. Okay. I'm going to count it too. 1. Oh, wait, I got to find my first note. This is what Kathy taught me. Day. I can't hit that note. 1, 2, 3. Daisy. Daisy. 2, 3. Give me your answer. Do 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. 3, 1, 2. It won't be a stylish marriage. 3, 1, 2. I can't afford a carriage. 3, 1, 2. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for 2, 2, 3. Okay. And then sometimes I play through the last measure and then add on a big strum at the end. Sometimes I figure that's enough is enough, and you just add a big strum on and then let it ring out for the 3 beats. The last measure is always a discussion item, especially if you have some friends that you're playing with, or you're in an ensemble, or you're in the Rocky Mountain Ukulele Orchestra. We often have to talk about what are we going to do on that last measure. We want it to be bum, 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 probably, but not all songs. One of our arrangers, Debbie, she likes to have weird endings, right? An ending that doesn't do that, okay? But for most of the time, we want to have the ending. We got to just discuss how we're going to do that ending. And so in this case, 2, dun, dum, bum, right, is probably adequate for that. Okay, now you've got your chords down, we got the timing down, hopefully. Let's go through and let's play the melody. Okay, so again, as we talk about so often, if it's a 1, that's going to be your index finger. If it's a 2, it's going to be your middle finger. If it's a 3, you're going to use your ring finger. Beauty of this song, there are no other notes. Okay, you're just got to get it on the right string and then pluck the right string. Okay, let's give it a try from the top. 1, 2, 3. 3. Start again. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. 0, 1, 0, 3, 3, 0, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 0, 3, 1, 2, 0, 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Big finish. Okay? I'm betting if I was at your house right now and I was sitting there watching what you're doing, you're probably looking at measure 28 now because you probably blew measure 28. Okay? The problem with this song is it feels nice and easy put together, 3 beats per measure, everything's going great. If you don't rush it, everything works out great until you get to measure 28, and then all of a sudden you got those 2 eighth notes. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. It just sneaks up on you and punches you in the face. And so that's another reason why we want to count. We want to be careful as we're not going through this stuff. When we see those eighth notes there at the end of measure 28, of a bicycle, you got to go real fast through those sections. And if you know that that's coming, then that should tell you I better play the rest of it a tiny bit slower. Music is very relative. We'll talk about that in something today. We got 16th notes in something, and we have a rule in my orchestra for the arrangers. You're not allowed to use 16th notes. And then here I drop something on them, and they got all kinds of 16th notes all over it. Well, the only way that you're successful in that is to slow the whole thing down so you're not playing it at this ridiculous speed. Now, maybe you're going to pull off something at this incredible speed, but probably not. Probably going to have to slow it down. Same thing with Bicycle Built for Two. You're going to be playing along, and all of a sudden you hit those eighth notes. You don't want to hit them too hard. Okay, let's go ahead and play the Tough Uke, and then we're going to go through and play it one last time. Okay, let's see what's in the Tough Uke. Let's see how bad it's going to be. Okay, who's logging in over here? Jerry made it in, and Bob also made it in. All right. Now, let's get your F chord on, okay, and your pinky for the 3. We'll nice and slow, being ready, being aware that measure 28 is coming up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 0, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, dum, 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 3, 1, 1, strum, 3, strum, 1, 2, 1, 2, rest, strum, rest, strum, strum, 3, strum, strum, 3, 1. 2, 3. Okay. So going back to measure 28, right? not only in the tough uke do you have to get those 2/8 notes in, but your very next chord is an F chord with a pinky on it. Okay, so that's a lot of work to do in a very short section of time. What I did, and I was just paying attention to how I was playing it. I know it's there. I've taught this song a long time. I know it's going to get there. I noticed I took my eyes off the paper and made sure. Okay, and that's probably what you have to do on these hard sections. Is you're playing along and you see that hard section coming along. Usually you just have to memorize that little section. All right, and when I get there, I'm going to do this. Once I get that, then I can look back at the paper and see where I am. So generally speaking, you don't necessarily need to memorize the whole song unless it's really a song that's meaningful to you. But you probably do have to memorize the hard sections of every song so that you can look away from the paper, make sure your fingers are doing what they need to do, and then you can get your eyes back down there. The other thing we probably should have mentioned, measure 32, right? You have this F chord here. Okay, all fives in that 8. Here's the thing, and guys, we'll be talking about this in Summer Institute, which will be on Monday nights coming up starting in June. Bar chords are super, super powerful, and what you're playing here looks pretty complicated, but really it's just a C chord, and here's why. I slide this back down and play a C chord, right? Well, if I take my bar and move everything up, now I got a C sharp, and then if I move it up again, I got a D, and if I move it up again, I got a D sharp, popularly known as an E flat in the ukulele community. Next one's an E. That's going to show up in something today. And the next one up is an F. Okay. So while it is an F chord, it's really just a modified C chord that you have moved up to here. Okay. Okay. Same thing with B flat. We all hate B flat when we run into it. Lanny says it took him 2 years to get this done. He's a liar. I know, Lanny, stop being a liar. What B flat is it's just an A chord. It's just an A chord, but you move it up here. Now it's a B flat. If you move it up again, which we have in something again today, now it's a B chord. Here it's a C chord. Here it's a D chord. Here's a E chord, and it's now. Then you got another F right there. That's handy. Okay, so that's how bar chords work. I have a whole workshop that I've given every single summer for my entire life, I think, and I'm as sick of hearing it as the people are of hearing it. But it's a very powerful tool for you as a musician. All advanced guitar players spend most of their time with running bar chords because it's that powerful, and that way you don't have to memorize everything. You just have to know relationships. And so I don't always know that that's an F chord, but I for sure know that if I hit it on the 5 and put the C chord on it, it's going to come out something. Okay. That one I do know it's an F. And sometimes I don't know what they are, but I get them close. All right, yeah, everybody hates that B flat experience. Okay, yeah, you guys are tough. You'll be fine. All right, so we're gonna play it one more time before we wrap it up. I got to give you my nerd thing. Okay, very first computer song, and we all download music now. You go to my website, Jolly Roger Ukulele. Over there on the widget side, there's these MP3s, and they're played by a computer, right? At some point, there had to be the very first song. The very first song, early 70s on the IBM company, they had the first computer sing a song, and it was Daisy Bell. Okay, so the very first computer song ever sung was Daisy Bell, and you can Google it on and it'll come up, and it's in and of itself sort of interesting, kind of a historical oddity. But some of you now are old enough to have seen 2001: A Space Odyssey. If you are not old enough to have seen it, you need to spend a day. You're going to have to do it by yourself because nobody in your family will cooperate. You're going to go rent 2001: A Space Odyssey, and you're not going to pick up your phone. You're going to watch it. Okay? It was the slowest, most unbelievable, ridiculous, crazy cinematic experience you could possibly imagine. Nothing has ever touched it in terms of overall weirdness. In that movie, toward the end, the spaceman has to fight his way back into the spaceship, and then he starts unplugging the computer. And it's at that red room, and he's floating around, and Hal, the computer is asking him not to do what he's doing, and he just keeps unplugging the computer. And at the end, toward the end, you'll remember this if you saw it, for some reason, Hal sings, he says, I have a song for you, and he sings them Daisy Bell. Why? Okay, if you're watching the movie, you have no idea why he's doing that. But if you're a high-level nerd enough, you will know that he's just regressing back into his childhood, and the last thing he does is sing Daisy Bell before he dies. Okay, so there's the character of Hal ending, right? So there, that now you got a nerd experience for you. I love this song because of that. So go rent 2001: A Space Odyssey, but don't send me an email that you didn't like it, because I don't accept it. It's one of the great things of all time. All right, let's go on. Oh, we were gonna play it one more time. Let's play it one more time. Hit the thing too quick. I got in a hurry. Any way you want to play it, guys. Any way you want to play it. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Hopefully you killed it, right? Hopefully you found your way of playing that. And I again love this song, love it. I don't know why, it just really speaks to me on that tandem bicycle level. All right, So now you got some trivia. You got a new song, got something that's fun to work on. Let's go on to the Beatles. I'm going to play something. Judy is logging in. Judy from Conifer, good to see you. And Vicky's plugged into her nerd experience. You run into a couple of nerds in the ukulele business. I don't know if you're aware of that. And just know that they're not trying to get better. That's who they are. And it's okay. It's okay. All right. Something. What am I forgetting to do? Oh, we're supposed to do website announcements. I'm going to get you guys an email out tonight encouraging you to come to the concert tomorrow. We'll talk about concert prep at the end of today's lesson. And then I've put in a couple of new, I got one song posted, and I'm going to post another song here in just a little bit for the members only section. So those of you guys that have signed up for memberships, you'll have two new arrangements up there today, both Disney arrangements, and one of them's really legit, and one of them you're going to want to dab me in the head for. So those will be posted on the members page later today. One's already there, and I'll get the other one up here shortly. And the rest of you, if you're not a member, it doesn't matter if you're a member. Membership is not required in order to learn how to play, but it is where all the modern stuff's going to get posted. Tomorrow is our concert, right? And so just buckle in. We're going to make sure everybody's ready for that. Okay. All right. How could you ruin the end of a movie? That's not the end of the movie, Linda, as you will recall. Okay. It is not the end of the movie. Okay. It seems like it ought to be the end. They kill the main character, but it's not the end of the movie. In fact, they had to have a whole nother movie, which was terrible, to help us understand how the ending of the movie really, what it meant. Okay. All right. Ruin the end of a movie. It's not the end. It's the end of Hal. It's not the end of the movie. All right. Something. All right. I think I've got all of the stuff we need to know. First of all, it's George Harrison. Part of the reason you're getting quite a bit of George Harrison is my friend Ed, who is a private student of mine, loves the Beatles, and he loves George Harrison more than he likes John and Paul, which I know is wrong, but he really likes this song, and so I put it together for him. And will you tell us more about June Monday nights? Yes. Monday nights in June, July, and August at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, okay, whatever time that is in your area. I'm going to do Summer Institute, and it's essentially the same thing I do year after year after year as we dig into the higher level thinking about music and how it applies to the ukulele. So often we're so busy trying to tackle ukulele, we forget that this is just one instrument and it's one of many instruments. But once you understand music, once you understand how it works, all of the instruments are the same. They all behave in the same way. There's scales. We'll talk about scales. There's chord progressions. We talk about chord progressions. When you put a song together, you don't just pick random chords. There's a system that we use to figure out which chords go in a song. We talk about bar chords on the ukulele. Why is that? Why does Gary keep trying to talk us into playing this? Sounds terrible. Why would I do that when I could just do that? Right? There are reasons, and we dig into that. Finger exercises. You know how when you show up here and you're like, oh, my left hand hurts really bad. It's because we're using muscles and tendons and stuff that we're not used to using, and so we have I have a lesson or whatever on just having some exercises they go from easier to harder to help build your strength. Same thing with right hand. We do a lot of arpeggio picking in that. And all summer we'll do a new arpeggio each week, so that you can kind of force you to go through those first 10 arpeggios in my book. And so it'll be usually hour and a half, something like that, on Monday nights from June through August. And that's what we'll be doing. Okay. And it'll be free and open to the public. I normally, when we're having it here in Denver, I charge those guys to come to that. But you guys have really stepped up, and a lot of you are joining as members. And so I think, I don't think I'm going to have to be weird about money stuff. I hate that part of this business. And so, so if you guys will continue to, support me as a member and stay happy with the sheet music I'm sneaking in to you guys, we should not need to have that be a pay thing at all. You just show up on Monday nights and you learn something new about music as it applies to the ukulele, instead of ukulele trying to crank out crank out whatever the song that I happen to pick out, right? So we'll talk about, like, if you were studying something, every chord in here makes sense, right? And how do you know that? And why is it an A? And why does it start in A? Why is there a B9 in there and all that stuff? We'll get all that stuff working. We'll get it where it makes a little bit more sense to you, hopefully. So that's what's going to go on. Starts in June. It's every Monday night, and I think I run it 10 or 12 weeks, something like that. And since I can't do it here in Denver this year, might as well just do it online, and you guys come and hang out and learn that. And of course, all those videos will end up saved on the websites or on YouTube here. So if you can't make it at that time slot, you can definitely come in and check it. I think, to be honest, it's the most valuable thing I do. Is yeah, we do it on ukulele, but it's really about music and not so much about the ukulele. Lots of the techniques are only for ukulele, but it's really just to have you think on that higher level. So that's what we'll be doing in June, starting Monday nights. Okay. Hopefully that helps to give you a sense. Pretty dang close, and I'm so old. Linda, you're hilarious today. Let's see. Yeah, Laurel, what the heck? About time you got here. I'll definitely let my crew know about that. Thanks. Yeah. Monday nights, if you have a ukulele group or other ukulele people, for sure have them come. That's going to get them to be knowledgeable musicians. The biggest thing that I see year after year after year after year after year is ukulele. People get so excited. They go buy a ukulele on Amazon. They hang around for about 6 weeks. Sometimes, if we're lucky, we get them for 6 months, and then they quit because they've already played through Over the Rainbow and Lava and Wagon Wheel and Riptide, and then they don't have the musical background or any of the knowledge deep in their soul to continue on. And so that bums me out a lot, is that I want you to understand how music works on this instrument so that you can continue to go and can continue to grow. So hopefully that will help. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'll definitely let my crew know. Okay, Jerry, we are at the cross streets to hear. We're at the cross streets to hear trumpet at 8 p.m. My neighbor drums. Yeah, nice, Jerry. Awesome. Let's see. Fran says Jerry howls at the Jerry howls at the people. That's funny. Uh, Okay. Then Lindy's just mentioning she's been to Summer Institute. She knows it's not, it's just some, you take what you can away from it. And finally, and then we're going to get on to the song. If you ever go to a ukulele festival, okay, I went to with the first all nine, for 9 in a row here in Denver. I went to all 9. I could have gone to one and then just known it was the same thing every single year after that. You want to go to a ukulele festival, you go, you have a great time, and meet all these everybody geeking out on ukulele. You get to stand in the hallway and talk to Jake Shimabukuro. You get to stand in the hallway and you get to talk to James Hill, and you get to talk to Tammany Gardner. They're just right there. They're there. You can talk to them. We're in a very small community. Like, you don't get to go to a guitar concert and get to talk to Eddie Van Halen or Jimmy Page. It's not going to happen. But in ukulele, we get to talk to the number one guys in our field at these ukulele festivals. They're all the same. They bring in all these famous names. Those guys offer you a little workshop, and then on the evening concert, they all play at a ridiculous high level, and it's a great weekend. Then that's it. You go home, you have your little packet of papers that you got. You're very excited. You have a wonderful time. That packet of papers ends up on a shelf somewhere, and you never look at it again. And so with Summer Institute, I keep going over a poll. It's the stuff that they gave you in that packet. It's usually, those packets are made by professional musicians, so they're usually kind of crummy, but they you want to keep that stuff coming back at you in different ways until it actually sinks into your skull. So there we go. Let's see. I got to start a song. Yeah, Bob is a great example. Bob started off as just, a rat from New York, right? That's where he started. And then he found a ukulele. He started hanging out. Now he's a songwriter. He's a composer. He's writing all kinds of songs because he's understanding. He somewhere along the line, whether it was for me or somewhere, he figured out, hey, songwriting is this set of ideas that I can use and turn into something. And so that's where Summer Institute is. So thank you, Bob. That's exciting. I should have mentioned that right off the top. Paid for membership, but can't get in. Help. Violet, send me an email. We're having a fairly consistent problem with the password not working out correctly, and I figured out how to solve the problem. Let's see, been to 4 Uke Fest in the East Coast. You need to get on the circuit out here when the dumb pandemic is over. Leslie, where are you on the East Coast? I get invited to ukulele festivals once in a while. I don't know. It's not my thing. All right. It might be. I don't know. Make it interesting for me. All right. Let's go. Something. Okay. A chord. Oops, see, I'm out of focus because I didn't fix the thing. Index finger here, middle finger here. Remember, a lot of times when you're playing A chord, you have a tendency to grab F chord. Don't do that. It'll sound terrible. Grab your A chord here. Okay. Next one, A major 7th. This is a chord that's not going to come up very often. You're kind of do it this way, but truthfully, when you're playing, you may just slide that back. That may be a little easier way to get to it. And even though it's upside down, you're an advanced player, you're fine. Okay. And yeah, they canceled the Uke Fest here in Denver too. So it's usually in May, and it was a bummer. I love for people to go to those things. I think you get a fun experience. You get kind of buy into the ukulele a bit. All right, A major 7, and then the other one, of course, is A7. That's your first bit. You got a D chord in this one. D, dun, dun, dun. Everybody in the 2nd fret. If you're having a hard time fitting everybody, you probably have too small of a ukulele. B. Okay, you know your friend B flat. Now we just move it up 1 fret, and now you got a B. Okay, dun, dun, dun. That's B flat, moved up 1 fret. And then to make your B7, you just lose your ring finger. Okay, there's B7. All right, I've seen tons of internet posts about how to avoid E chord. You cannot avoid E chord, and the only good way on ukulele to do it is the same as how we did F with bar on 5, pinky on 8. E chord's right there. Okay, that's what's going on with E chord. With E chord, you're going to have to learn to play E chord quite a bit because guitar players often write in the key of E, and then you want to play that on a ukulele. The problem with E chord is that the other ones that are here in open position sound ridiculous. They're absolutely terrible. So you end up having to play E on the 4th fret, which means that it's a long way to go back here to A, and doesn't necessarily always sound like what you want it to do. But there is an A chord up here on 4th fret, right there with the F shape. Okay, and then you slide back to get your B and back up to E. Okay, so that's why bar chords really help out, especially if you want to play a guitar song that in the original key, you're going to probably be dealing with the E chord, and which means you're probably going to be doing additional bar chords. Okay, F sharp minor at major 7. Okay, it looks like a G7, only it's on the wrong strings. Index there, middle and ring there. Okay, beautiful. You have an for my money, the hardest one in here is this F augmented chord. You're going to use 2 fingers there, and then your ring finger's got to go up there. Really awkward. It sounds weird, but that's the chord that it was in there. The other chord is fairly challenging. Measure 8. You've got 2 fingers on 2. And 2 fingers up here on 4. Now, this minor 7th shape is going to come up a lot as you play more advanced music because it's beautiful. Okay, so 2 2 4 4. Okay, it's a beautiful chord. Okay, and chord shape, and you move that thing around on the fretboard to different places. It sounds really sweet. The other weird chord, not too terribly hard to do, is the B9. You're on the 2nd fret. And then it's kind of like an upside down F a little bit. Okay, middle finger here, ring finger down there. Okay, very, very jazzy chord. Major 9, you got the D chord. We've talked about C, hopefully. You guys are groovy with the C chord. And then the E7. So index, middle, ring. There's your E7. For those of you who are playing a little bit higher level, while I did arrange this with an open C, it actually sounds more Beatlesy if you'll do your B flat shape on 3. That C chord going into your E7. Because then it drops the tonality down rather than pulling it up. It just sounds a little bit more like the original. So think about switching that C chord out if you're just going to be singing and strumming. Trying to think, I think that might be the chords that we need to talk about. Yeah, so that's it. That's all. Every chord you're going to run into is on the front page. Okay. All right, let's see. We had one in Eugene in October. They just canceled. I think the rest of the year is toast. Yeah, guys, I know. Here's the deal with ukulele. You're probably stuck with me this year. I think everything's going to be canceled. I just don't think it's safe for us to get together. So for better or for worse, you'll end up probably hanging out with me a little bit. Kat finally made it. Okay. All right. Thanks for being here, Kat. All right. I'm about to sing. Okay. I probably sing about as well as George Harrison. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something in the way she moves. 2, 3, 4. Strum attracts me like no other lover. 2, 3, 4. Something in the way she moves me. 3. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Do. Okay, I blew the ending there a little bit. Let's go around. Let's do the second verse. 3, 4. Somewhere in her smile, she knows. 2, 3, 4. Strum that I don't need no other lover. 2, 3, 4. Something in her style that shows me 3. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. 2. Okay, and then we'll go on. Go to major 10. 1, 2. You're asking me, will our love grow? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I don't know. 2, 3, 4. I don't know. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. You stick around now, it may show. 2, 3, 4. Strum. I don't know. 2, 3, 4. I 2, 3. Don't know. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something in the way she moves. 2, 3, 4. Strum. And all I have to do is think of her. 2, 3, 4. Some me will my love grow. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What did I do? Oh, it didn't turn the page. Page 20, measure 29, top of page 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something in the way she shows me. 3, 4. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe and how. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and then the last time you come around, you're going to be doing some repeats. When you get to measure 34, for some reason, there's an F sharp sitting in there. It's not entirely weird that it's there, but it's a little bit weird. It should be an F sharp minor, but they put an F sharp in there. So when you get to 34, you get this. Okay, blum, 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 bum, ba, da, da, bum, bum, bum. Okay, so that's a weird moment in the song, but it's a kind of a cool way to end it. Okay, now, so those are your chords. Obviously, I can't sing. You got to repeat from 1 to 9. So that's one section. Then you play through the B section here from measures 10 down through 24. And then you're going to repeat 25 through the ending, 25 through 33. You're going to play that section twice. Okay, so that's how the song works. All right, now let's go through and play the melody. Having to be stuck with me. Oh gosh, that's very kind, Louise. Appreciate it. All right, so ideally get a friend. They strum the chords. They're not terribly hard chords. A couple of them are pretty tight, and you're going to play the melody or the other way around, right? So that you have a nice duet. From the top, we're going to play melody this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, rest. 3, 4. Okay, and what's cool about this, dun dun, when you get to measure 9, well, I'm sorry, let me do it again. We normally like to have that last note there make more sense than that, but that's an E7 that's forcing you back up to the top, right? That E7 note, and on your ukulele, it's a G sharp, okay? Bum, and then that forces you to not dally, right? You want to hit that last note and jump right back up to the beginning of the song and get going again, okay? So that they're really insisting on that turnaround there, that, man, you got one note and then you got to get back up there, okay? Let's go into measure 10, okay? You've got 2 beats I'm not playing. 1, 2. You're asking, okay? So let's do that. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. And keep going. 3, 4. And then just finish up. Isn't that cool? That's such a cool note that they did F sharp there. And then to end it. Okay, so that's how it's going on there. That F sharp in measure 34. Only moment in the song that I actually think is totally brilliant. Okay, everything else is pretty predictable. I like the melody. I like the idea of what's going on in here. I think the lyrics could definitely need a little bit of work, but you know, I know better than to question George Harrison. What I do think is the one thing that probably jumps out at you is all these 16th notes in here. And if you play this song too fast, you're not going to be able to successfully pull those 16th notes off. So give yourself plenty of time, play it slow. I know, Boomers, you got the speed of it in your head because you listened to that album 72,000 times as a teenager, and you know how fast this song is supposed to be. You're now moving it over onto ukulele. Slow it down. It is fine. This song cannot, oftentimes with the really prettier songs that we work on, you just can't play it too slowly. It's going to be fine. Don't be in a rush to play it at John and Paul's speed. John Paul, George, and what's his face. Don't play it at their speed. Play it at your speed, and that's okay. Your audience will know what song you're playing, and so there's no reason to rush it. Okay. If you have a friend, go have them do the chords, you do the melody, or vice versa, and you will have a nice activity on your hands that will keep you busy for a while. But most of us are stuck. Most of us don't have any friends, and so we have to learn to play it the Tough Uke style, which is chords and melody together. And so let's get started on that. What time is it? Oh, we've only got a few minutes. Okay, so let's get. We'll probably run a little bit over the hour. You guys are all right. From the top, nice and slow. We will do all of the repeats just so we get used to them. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the page. We should have talked about this. This is a D chord on 9. You're going to put a bar on 9 and the F shape in front of it. It's a little bit far up the fretboard. For if you plan on a soprano, you're probably doomed. Bar on 9, F shape in front. Play that. 1, 2, ready, play. that little 5 there is just going to cause you a moment to think. And then we're going to go back into the main idea and measure 25. We'll play this section twice. Ready, play. Back to the repeat. There we go. I hacked it up pretty good. I'm going to be better tomorrow. Gives you a sense of what you're kind of working on there. Remember, every single song that I give to you always has an MP3 on the website over there on the right-hand side widget over there. So go listen to it 100 times. Make sure you got an idea of what you're supposed to do. Then slow that sucker down and give yourself plenty of time to do that. Concert prep for tomorrow. I'm going to get you out of here. I'm running over on time just a smidge. Sorry, guys. Tomorrow we play Key of G arpeggio. That's a little tougher than you want it to be, right? So give that a little bit of attention tonight. Home on the Range, beautiful arrangement. You're going to love playing that. Simple Gifts and Daisy Bell, 2 of my all-time favorite songs. Actually, that little group right there, Home on the Range, Simple Gifts, and Daisy Bell, you could do yourself a lot worse than just taking those songs all the way to the house, man. Those are lovely. Then we will probably play them in order. Something which is not as hard as Here Comes the Sun, but it's pretty hard. Here Comes the Sun, I think, is the hard song of the week. Then All My Loving, which is probably the easy song of the week, and then we'll wrap up with John Lennon's Imagine. We'll make one Yoko Ono joke, and then that'll be that for Beatles week. And so hopefully tonight, spend just a little bit of time working on it and digging into this stuff and see how quality you can get your effort tomorrow. I'll see how close I can get to playing these songs, and we're going to make it a great wrap up to Beatles week. I'm not positive what we're doing the week after that quite yet. I've been busy dealing with some issues here in beautiful downtown Denver, and so haven't quite put enough energy into thinking about what next week looks like, but we'll figure out something, and it's going to be great. All right, have a wonderful day, you guys. I appreciate you being here. You guys are already checking out. I mean, catch up with what the thing says over here. But anyway, you're welcome. Well, thank you for all of everything you guys are doing for me, and thank you for being here every day, and thank you for taking this idea of playing ukulele instrumentally out into the world. Let people know what you're doing. Invite them to come join us. It's a lot of fun, and it's free for the most part, right? Unless you decide. So have a wonderful day. Let's see. I see LCC has pretty much canceled everything for the rest of the summer, and perhaps this year. I think RMU is going to happen in the fall. Yeah, Bob, we don't know. Right now, I am going to be doing Lakewood Cultural Center stuff. I am going to be doing the some Zoom stuff for new people, but yeah, everything's getting canceled. So hopefully this will keep you playing ukulele, right? You're welcome, Annie. Have a great day, Kat. That F sharp minor 7 is a killer. Yeah, and it doesn't go away, Kat. You actually have to be able to do that shape. So keep working on it. You'll get it. Let's see who else snuck out of here. Terry, have a wonderful day. Renee, good to see you. Have a great day. Carol, thank you for being here. Gail, Jacqueline, Leslie, and Kathy, love this song. Great chord progression. That's what separates the Beatles from the usual. Yeah, no, they were a lot smarter with chords than the other guys, weren't they? They had really nice work on and surprising things too. So excellent point, Kathy. Barbara, Louise, Bruce, Brandon, Manette, Jerry, Patty, and Tom. Lanny, have a great day. Thank you guys for being here. Barbara, thanks for being here. Phyllis, I will have a great evening. That's my plan. Pauline, have a good weekend. Or no, not a weekend. Good night. Fran, I'll see you tomorrow. Tanya, James Taylor. I have not ever done any James Taylor. Can you believe that? We got to fix that. That's a good point. Did I? I'll go double check that I've got him on the list. Lindy, good to see you. Kathy, you can bar the F sharp and it's easier. Yeah, Kathy, I think that's a possibility for some people. Barring that F sharp minor seventh is a good choice for me. I've never been able to do it as a bar, so I always do it as a 4-finger movable shape. Elizabeth, see you in a little bit. No, Elizabeth, take the guitar day off. You don't need to come in for 3 blind mice. You're good. Go enjoy your kitties. Let's see. Lynn, have a wonderful night. Red, good to see you. Chris, thank you for being here. Leslie, JT. Carol, you guys are hilarious. Ephraim, glad you could hear. Ephraim, good to see you, man. Great. Glad you're here, friend. I can only do it as a bar. Do it as a bar. I didn't even think about teaching you that. You guys have a wonderful day. I really appreciate you being here. I'm going to hit end stream. So go forth and ukify. Get ready for concert. You got a lot of work to do by tomorrow. See ya.